Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this morning? I hope this finds all of you well, and those that are working hard to get their health back, hang in there, guys. Don't give up. Just keep going. Keep working it, keep working it, keep working it, and you'll be good. You'll come out. These are just bodies. We get them well. The real reality, remember, is you beyond the physical. You, that which is eternal. The you know, and sometimes identify more physically than you do spiritually. So hopefully, as we move along this site, we will turn our attention to a lot more spirituality and go down that way. So I want to kind of get to your questions. I know I'm running a tad behind, but I think I can catch up this week pretty good. We'll see how we do here. So let me go on and read some of these. Someone sent me their eye picture here. I don't know if you can see that. I appreciated that. Fox Fitness. Bro, I love your guitars. You got some nice looking guitars. Is that a Gretsch? It's hard to tell for me. Is it a Gibson, I think? Fender amp. I built myself some nice speakers and amps when I had my band. We had them 5 foot tall. We had them packed on the stage, man. But some nice guitars there, bro. Don't see a 12 string there, though. That's my favorite, is the 12 string, Crazy Like a Fox. All right, my friend Wayne. Well, let me see here. This is your left eye, Wayne. Can't get your right eye here. It's kind of like, well, I can see a little bit of it there, dude. All right, so let's go over what I see here on Wayne here in the eyes. Very strong constitution, Wayne, up there. That means strong constitution in iridology means most of the cells in your body are sitting there like George Bird, strong, ready to live, ready to keep you alive till you're like 90 to 100 kind of genes. Tremendous amount of congestion in the bowel wall and in the stomach tissue. You should see a lot of mucus in your stools when this stuff breaks loose, but it is making you malabsorbed there. A little bit of kidney, a little bit of rectal wall, a little prostate there going on, and a fair amount of bladder lower back. That's on the left side there, picking up the left knee, picking up the groin, minor hip. I'm picking on you a little bit here because you do have good, strong genes. Get up in the ear area, some involvement up in this area here, but nothing you can't really fix at all. I mean, you just got great, strong genes. A little throat weakness, a lot of congestion in your throat area. You want to take care of that. Congestion in the thyroid, perhaps a little weakness going on there as well. Back could be stronger. You could strengthen your skeletal system up a little bit, but again, going back to the kidneys, rectal wall, bladder, prostate, groin, knee, left side, a lot of congestion in the gut, stomach and bowel wall, just a ton of it. That's all that white you see around the pupil. I don't know if you can see this, but around the pupil is a lot of white, and that is nothing but mucus and congestion. And it's blocking your absorption of nutrients. Right eye, picking up a little more of the same. Kidney, a whole leg is weak, femur down, a lot of congestion in the appendix, picking up a right hip weakness, a little gallbladder, maybe even a little pancreatic right testicle. We'll see. You want me to read them? Getting up here in the mastoid, oh no, I'm on the right side, right here, mastoid area, a little weakness going on there, and then up in the brain here, you want to get in with some upper circ and brain and nerve and strengthen that up, move, get your sinuses cleaned up, get your bowels cleaned up there. Get a little weakness here in the right shoulder, a little more than a weakness there. It's got some issues with that. I think I'm looking at right shoulder, upper right lung. You want to clean your lungs out there. A little weakness going on in this upper lobe here of the lung there. Some lymph nodes swollen, but not bad. Not bad. Good strong eye there. Go forth, Wayne. Get your lymph. Get those bowels cleaned up. Get that congestion out of that gut there. Reforced for fertility. Hey, woman. If the blood is thin, wouldn't it flow from cut skin? if the blood is thick, wouldn't it coagulate quicker or perhaps not flow at all and reflect a condition of dehydration? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, you know, thin or thickness isn't really, I don't really like to look at blood in that relativity. There's no question the more you move off of that pH toward the acid side, the thicker, the more clot you see, and obviously the more adhesions to each other you see with the red blood cells there, no question. Clotting, you can have nice flow blood, not real thick, clots well, good platelets, good everything. Like I said, when you're way up there on fruit, you can cut yourself and you just won't bleed, and it heals like extremely fast. It's shocking how fast the body heals. When I saw that on myself, and I read that with Arnold Ehret, and he offered that up as one of the experiments to the AMA. Now you wouldn't think that was a much of an experiment, but it totally is an incredible experiment, because when you see the different levels of healing and pain involved in relationships to diets, and you're way up there on a fruitarian diet and you have no pain when you cut yourself, you don't bleed, and it heals, you know, extremely fast. And I'm talking extremely fast. That right there showed me how well that you could take somebody's body and regenerate it. When I saw that, I just went, wow. I think you could regenerate literally anything, and that was when I was only 21 years old. So it's amazing, and we've proved that over the years. We've proved that you can get way up there, and it's just amazing. And I have some of you that experimented with that and found that. But Arnold Ehret offered that up years ago, and I wasn't even thinking about it when I was testing myself like that. And it was like, wow, you know, amazing. So it just shows you the level that you can get up there. So thanks there, dear one, for that. Oh no, my cells don't know what's up. Too funny. I sent my tea out my nose when. Sorry about that, Nature Lover 53. Now, this is Lorena 411. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you, doctors, for answering my question. I really appreciate you guys taking this on and riding the ride for the good of the whole. I mean, to me, there's nothing any more worthy in helping the world heal itself and, you know, awakening up to a new, brighter day. I'm sharing my growing knowledge. Thank you. That's a good idea, sweetheart. I tell you, when you share and then you giving, you're just opening your channels up. And it's like when you give what you get more. And you just, it's a part of moving you toward beingness. Because in the total state of giving is the state of beingness. And it's just that sort of thing. So it's a process of growth. As you learn to give and give love, you also merge with the all in the all. So it's pretty cool stuff. This is Reforced for Fertility, but a very good point. If you're not going to eat elephants or cows, why eat algae? Thank you. Sorry, that's just my opinion too. I'm just not an algae pump scum thinker. I just, you know, maybe I'm more natural than people like, but and I guess you couldn't say it's unnatural maybe for some creatures to consume palm scum, but I don't see a lot of them doing it, to be honest with you. Maybe some fish, maybe scavengers, but I don't know. I think man is like Ponce de Leon. I think, you know, they're looking for the fountain of youth, and it's all around them. It's like the seeker of God never finds God, because they are God. It's all around us, as we are a part of that. There's no separation. And of course, you don't really understand that until you have you move closer to the all of the all, and closer to the Supreme Being. And that's hard to define, because you can't have a belief system and experience it. This is the problem with religions. You know, they're steeped in their belief systems, and that's the very thing that keeps you from God, is your belief systems. Because you believe in something, that's putting energy to something physical, to something mental, And God isn't something on either side. It is all that is all. So to experience something that's more infinite, you have to ditch the belief systems and become the God source. That means you're like all the great saints, Mohammed, Jesus, Buddha, they are all in the presence and channeling the presence of the Supreme Being. Soon as we limit the Supreme Being, we don't experience the Supreme Being. So it's just that part of that working toward the now. Or even krill, hello, which is being touted for us. Yes, yes, yes. Isn't that amazing? Still kill the animals and still get this, suck the goodies out of them, squeeze the oils out of them. Absolutely. This is the idiocy of where man's thinking is. Sorry. You know, we're grabbing onto things, and yet you guys have the magic. And this is why I tell you, and we're going to talk about this in class a lot, because I want you guys to settle in and become practitioners and really get a leg up. If I can give you a big leg up, you're already getting one on these videos, because I guarantee you, you're going to out-cure any nature path that's out there. So this is the problem, is that this is the problem. You know, but this is the good stuff too. And you guys just want to take that on and start giving and helping others, and just let that become your presence. And then whatever multiplies from that. But getting you up and teaching you how to interface with the people, real important, and keeping it simple will always do you well, because communication is an art, but it's also a fact in helping people get well. You know, you can't talk above people in your intellectualism and then try to expect to get them well, because you're really feeding off yourself. So it's just you know, being that beingness, just an incredible experience. Hey, Bo, hi, sweetheart. Great video. Oh, thanks, honey. Makes so much sense about calcium and parathyroid weakness. Yeah, I had a lady in yesterday. It was interesting, you know, and she had her thyroid first cut. I had nodules in it, of course, which are little tumors, which a lot of people have them, but heck, lymph. Never saw a goiter you couldn't get rid of, and nodules in the thyroid. It's like any other tumor. It's all lymph. And so they cut half of it out, and then a few years later they end up cutting the other part out. And I said, well, and I asked her about the bruising easy and all the factors of calcium, and she said, well, I said, they probably took your parathyroid. Oh no, he told me that I'm going to keep them, because if I took them out, I'd have problems utilizing calcium and skeletal problems. I thought that was a pretty smart medical doctor, to be honest with you. That guy was pretty smart, and he saved that lady a lot of suffering. Even though they removed her thyroid, at least they kept her parathyroids, or you don't know how you strengthen your structure and keep your body well. So thanks, Bo. Love you too, sweetheart. Then why stop joking now at single cell algae? What about them bacteria and viruses? Yeah, yummy, yummy, yummy. Eat them up. Yeah, I don't know why we stop at that. I think a plate of bacteria every morning would be good if you could see them. That's the problem. They get a little small. And viruses, yeah, those are proteins. Anybody want proteins today, just have a dish of virals. You know, they're pretty good. Consider posters in the scheme of life. Wouldn't a vegetarian blanket bomb with petrochemical antibiotics like... You're too funny. But truth has a funny way of looking at it. You have to apply that all over the place. You know, we have this fixation for animals, including single-cell organisms. Amazing. Thanks, Lineable. I hope you're talking to me. Now, to tell you the truth, I think it's just common sense. You know, I raised in a small Indiana town, and our school wasn't real academically high. So, you know, some of us farm boys didn't jump into typing and French and English. Of course, males typically don't like English, and I'm one of them. So I can't spell a thing hardly. Still at school, you know. But and pronunciation sometimes a bit rough too on some of these words that's out there, you know. But